All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game between the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles. What we can see of the ball appears to be teed up and ready to go. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, obviously, that is declined. The result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Single. I got a single on the slot. Single on the slot. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And, Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety,
Here we go now.
not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Check. Patriot.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
You think you're going to get this? You think you're going to get this? Leopard.
Check 43.
Now Allen. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Great.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play calls, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And that is incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Foles. And Tate's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Great.
Not my house. Hey, check Mike 33. Check.
Great.
Foles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Barney. Gun.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Watch him now, Barney. Detroit. Hot.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed
13.
up.
Check 24.
Good go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap. to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To the air, Allen. It's hauled in by Hardy. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a first down.
Check 31, check 31.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Over.
From midfield, here's Allen. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They give him a gain of 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Abdullah. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot!
Leopard!
A second down run for Abdullah. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Silent. Greg. Water. Under. 1.
Now Foles. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Allen, he gets this one to Bruce Ellington. Now Ellington lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
6. Going 5-3. Going 5-3. SOS. Tempo.
Back to throw. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
And the Bills getting set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
But you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And fights through one man. He's going to... It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play here for the Bills. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now Allen from the gun on 3rd down. It's hauled in by Ellington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Over the middle to Smith. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Over! 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 Over!
36! 36!
From the gun, it's Allen. And this one's incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy. And now it's second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage.
No.
Especially not this close
Patriot.
to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Kill!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Detroit! 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 Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
One.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Cadence gold. Greg.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead is up to 8. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 30 seconds to play in half number 1. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. This is brought in by Hardy. Now a signal and a timeout called, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
58, right
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
right there.
Over.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Crash. Let's go. Watch it now, Barney. 53, Mike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Hey, watch the ship.
So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Dancing to his left. Smith catches left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Strong right.
Leopard. Gun.
Switch.
Watch it now, Barney.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Timmy Jernigan able to get in and run him down for what'll be a loss of 15 yards. The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Over. Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
You got tight.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Watch 35.
Leopard.
Single, slot.
Watch it now, Barney.
So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Turn up.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped the yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So kind of a tough break there. No real hook or slice to that one, but he's denied by the upright.
And he basically hits it just straight as an arrow. But yeah, since he's on the hash mark to begin with, straight as an arrow isn't good enough.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding some room at midfield. And there he goes right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And the last time that they were on the field, little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
Truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Barney. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun. Over.
Throwing on first down is Allen. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Watch you now, Barney. Gun.
Allen now on first down. And this is incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him. His 2nd sack now of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Detroit!
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hardy. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Tight end right.
Tonight, wide 80. We got 4.
Here's Foles. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Got some real estate inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen now going to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 20.
Get wide.
Gray.
Whip. Watch the
13.
Check 26, check 26.
Fournette, a first down carry. Down right around the 25. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Hey.
He'll get it up the middle, and he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And here come the Bills. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too caught.
Eagle pressure too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the
now,
year.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over.
Now Allen to throw. To throw on second down. And that's complete. It's Allington. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That catch good for 5. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Allen throwing on third and long. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Goal.
4 down, check.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Foles. Flushed out right. Looking deep. Oh, wide open. Complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there for the Eagles on third down. 46 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Purple 64. Tonight, 180.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left.
Check. Fresno.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Lucky 56.
And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Lucky 56.
Now Allen again. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hold on. Detroit. Detroit. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun.
Allen to throw once more. Staying on his feet. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Pick it up.
Now Allen. Got to have this one. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Over.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be.
you